Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel's Finding Value. Today, we're going to talk about our daily technical analysis update of gold and silver. I'll give you my financial opinion and we will dive right into it. So let's get moving. The dollar is bouncing off that resistance level. This is the resistance level kind of coming up here. We've dived lower off of it and we'll see where this thing goes. It was a pretty big sell-off in the dollar. And maybe we have further downside. That is a tailwind. I think it's a tailwind. I mean, there's so much inflation out there. I'm not sure if it exactly even matters, to be honest. But usually, historically, we've seen weaker dollars in these types of periods of commodity bull markets. I do think it's a tailwind. I do think that it's good for commodities when the dollar goes down and bad for everyone else who has to transact in the currency of the dollar. The 10-year yield was down a little bit today, down 1.4%, so down just a teeny bit. We've got commodities going on up strongly today, absolute domination. I do think that will continue higher with an increasing interest rate environment. Bonds will come under selling pressure, and money will rotate over. They'll rotate over into gold. Gold doing well today, up 18, 19 bucks, somewhere in that range. We are sitting on top of patterns, and that is where I like it. Silver looking pretty good, up 2.4%. Its area is holding. If you were part of the website, you know that I threw out some picks that were silver-related companies down here because I think we are coming to a turning point. And platinum, you know what I was doing with platinum, physical platinum. I was buying the heck out of it in this general vicinity. That was also something that I had posted on the website saying exactly what I was doing, when I was doing it, and the pricing under about 940 and below. I was like, this is the time to load up. And here we go. This could be the beginning of a big move. We'll see if this is the beginning of that big move that I think. Platinum usually does very well in an inflationary environment with increasing interest rates. Our interest rates will be increasing, and I think that we finally have done the full pullback, and I think people are loaded up that need to be, and I bought as much as I could when I could. That's all I could do. And here we are heading higher, up 4%. XAU to gold ratio, XAU outperforming gold itself, meaning the mining companies did quite well today. And I do think if you take a big picture view, get all this written up. We've got a contact point, contact point, contact point, and now we have to break through it. We just hit our head on that resistance. When we break through this area where we've got multiple resistance lines basically converging to one area right where we're at, we are going to explode out of this when we break through it. And if you want to know what I'm using for companies and metals and all that stuff, platinum membership on the Finding Value website. I go over all the good companies that I like. Karora Resources moving higher. I'm just going to stick from a long-term perspective, guys. But this is looking fantastic. EXK is starting to put in a bottom on this wedge. Looking fantastic. FSM looking fantastic. We've got SILJ also looking good, sitting on top of the pattern. GDX is sitting on top of its pattern, doing the full retest move, looking fantastic. SILJ, it's ready to do some rocketing when it breaks out of this resistance line. It's going to take a little bit of time. It'll get there. Metallic Minerals looking fantastic down there. Koya Resources looking fantastic. Down in let's just go to the dailies. Go to the dailies, and we're bouncing off that support. Discovery Silver up a lot, looking fantastic. We've got First Majestic Silver on top of its pattern doing a retest. You know what I like to do on retests. Newmont on top of its pattern, looking fantastic for the retest. Mag Silver up a lot, looking fantastic. Yamana Gold sitting on top of the patterns. Yeah, we had a little bit of a pullback still. It is accelerating forward. Coming to some support on Impact Silver. We'll see where this thing goes in the short term. Aftermath Silver getting a little bit of buying pressure. Not too much, but a little bit. Arcana Gold putting in the hammer candlestick. It did touch our 13 point something cents, guys. It touched it. It touched it. PLG getting a little bit of buying pressure today. Siboney, Stillwater moving sideways. Sandstorm Gold moving sideways after the big up day yesterday. You know what that's called? It's called a bloody nose. We all know what a bloody nose is on this site. It is a continuation pattern to the upside. That's what I think. Franco-Nevada getting some buying pressure. EMX getting buying pressure. I wonder how all these royalty companies are getting buying pressure right at support lines. Teuton Resources getting buying pressure today. Everything is. Wheaton Precious Metals buying pressure. Gold Royalty getting some buying pressure way down there in no man's land. Metallo Royalty getting buying pressure with the big bullish engulfing candlestick. I've got a technical analysis training session for the Platinum members coming this Friday. I will videotape it and post it when I'm done on the website. So if you're a Platinum member, you can go to that training session where I'm going to talk about all this. You're going to learn it for yourself. You're going to gain the confidence to be buying companies when they're low and to hold on based off of a couple of different things that I look at. MMX moving on up, bouncing off of this support pattern. Royal Gold moving on up. This one it doesn't have any support up here, but it's been super strong. Well, Cisco Gold Royalty inside the pattern looking fantastic. And then Altius Minerals putting in the bullish engulfing. You know what that means. Higher. But it's looking really good, guys. The overall market conditions are going to support this going higher. What are the best companies? What are the best companies to play this with? What are the best metals? What are you doing? How are you positioning? What's your strategy? You should have all of that already locked down. You've been on the channel. If you've been on the channel for a couple of years, I talk about strategy and sticking to your strategies. Looking at leading indicators. What do the leading indicators say? What are all of these things telling us? What was the thesis of the channel? It was we had a housing market go into an expansionary phase, selling more volume-wise of loans into the system, creating inflation. That inflation was going to increase interest rates. An increasing interest rate environment means that bonds are being sold off and that money is rotating. The money is going to rotate into this. Has it rotated in mass? A little bit. A little bit. That's why we're at almost all-time highs. The money's going to continue to rotate because the interest rates will continue to go up in this inflationary environment where more loans are going out against more new homes. That will continue until the demographic runs out. That is my opinion. When will the demographic run out? Finding value, Platinum membership. I'm going to put up a couple of charts on demographics. I'll show you all the information that's needed. And guess what? People don't come into home buying years till 30. It's between about 34 years old as a first-time home buyer. We can see into the future by 30 years. That's the beauty of it. By looking at the demographics in the population. It's more or less tied to the demographics and the interaction between those demographics and the real estate market. That is where the inflation comes from. That is where interest rates gets priced, and interest rates prices everything. If you guys are interested, Platinum membership will get you that information. I still have to post it up. Haven't done that yet, but I will. Got some pretty interesting charts to share with everyone. If you guys like the analysis, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the website, and we'll catch you next time. This is Finding Value.